Hey everyone, this is Sean. Today is 4th of July. You might be watching this video days, weeks, or even months much later. What is more important is the topic that is concerning us right now. If you don't know already, the United States Supreme Court ruled in favor of the New York Pistol and Rifle Association. There is no longer the just cause requirement in order to be issued a concealed weapon permit. But what the left is doing, and even the far left is doing, is making it more difficult to own or possess a firearm, and also to maintain your firearm. Some there's some rules or regulations or unconstitutional laws that are going to make owning a firearm a lot more difficult. So first off, I want to talk about parts. If you own a firearm, you should have spare parts for that. The number one spare part is a magazine. If you consider a magazine a part of the gun, have spare magazines, ladies and gentlemen. If you work private security, okay, you'll have at least 2 in the magazine pouch and then 1 in the well of the gun. You might even have 3. Just double that. Use some of those magazines for training, because what ends up happening is you keep dropping the magazines on asphalt or hard surfaces during training, the lips start bending, and you start having some integrity issues with the magazine. Number one reason why a gun malfunctions is because of a bad well, it's perhaps half and half. It's a bad magazine, faulty magazine, and also bad ammunition. Also want you to stock up on ammunition. Whatever supply you have right now, double down on that. Now, obviously, if you have 200,000 rounds, do you need to double down and get 400? I don't even have that many, guys, but just get enough rounds for training and for self-defense. I recommend having at least 1,000 to 1,500 rounds a year just for training. A lot of these training courses that are week long, they require about 1,000 rounds. Some are 1,400, some are 1,500, just so that you can get better training. I'd rather have the training, a whole week long training, than a brand new gun. But that's just me. I want you to buy an extractor for your gun, because when the gun starts having maybe double feed problems, the number one culprit, okay, other than ammunition, other than the bent magazine lips, is a faulty extractor. Extractor will eventually go out. I just replaced my Glock 22 extractor after about maybe about 2,000 rounds. You guys see, the gun where I had to change the extractor was a law enforcement service gun. I don't know how many rounds it had before. I would imagine not too many. I would imagine maybe about 3,000 rounds. So maybe total, maybe 5,000 to 6,000 rounds. I know Glock can go way past that without you having to change the extractor. So I want you to have extra magazines. I want you to have an extractor. You don't necessarily need to have an extra barrel. I probably wouldn't, but have those 2 replacement parts available. Get a secondary gun, a secondary duty gun. And I am learning the expensive way right now. I'm trying to have a collection of duty type service guns. Every duty gun that I have, I want to fit it with a red dot optic and a white light device. That's an easy $700. So every new gun that I'm going to buy, you're going to add on an extra $700. So have your flashlight that's attached to that gun, because if you have to use it in a self-defense encounter, they're going to take completely everything. They're going to take that flashlight, they're going to take your holster, your body armor, they're going to take everything. So have that secondary firearm with the optic, if you even use an optic, and then the white light source, that's going to be taken away. And also, I want you to get an extra holster, because if your gun, not only during a shooting is your gun going to be taken away, it can be taken away during a robbery, during a break-in of your vehicle. Okay, and then sometimes guns, they just break. Maybe all of a sudden you have a broken firing pin. Actually, get an extra firing pin as well. But have replacement parts, and then also lubrication, you guys. Get extra lubrication, extra gun oil. You'd never know if they're going to be banning gun oil. I wouldn't be surprised, but I want you to have two weapon systems with a holster. I preferred having the Safariland QLS system, so I have the actual. I'll have the QLS fork, which is the male portion, and then I'll have the female portion on different belts that I have, so I can just keep swapping out the holsters. So have your holsters, have your lighting device, red dot. If you shoot red dots primarily, get a gun with the extra red dot, but have doubles of whatever you have. So that's all I have. If you guys have any other tips for gun owners as we battle the infringement on our constitutional right to bear arms, let us know in the description box. You guys all take care and be safe.